Hi, I'm Steve Thompson, president of Emery Thompson Machine.
And I'm Christy Brown, vice president of sales and marketing. We're back together, by the way.
Yes, we are. We're back. Welcome to Questions Answered for this week. And we're glad you're here. We'll try to answer some pertinent questions for you. Just before Memorial Day weekend, a very large dairy in Georgia went out of business. Greenwood Dairy. As far as I know, they're out of business. Anyway, a lot of customers were caught without ice cream mix and are trying to scramble to do that. Emery Thompson sent out an e-blast to our over 6,000 people signed up for our e-blast, which you can do at emerythompson.com, and sent them a list of other dairies around the country, advising them that no matter what state you're in, you might also possibly be able to buy from the adjoining state, or you might talk to U.S. Foods or Cisco. There are other things that you can do. But we have that list. If you need that list, write to me, Steve at emerythompson.com, and we'll be glad to send it out to you. But Christy, you remember when we did that last Friday, or last week, there was another way of getting ice cream mix that you were very familiar with. You want to tell them about that as one of your questions?
Yes. So Eddie from Meadowvale came to visit us.
Good guy.
He is. He's one of my favorite people. He works for Meadowvale, which I'm sure you've heard me talk about many times in the videos that we do, and they also supply dairy mix. I can have his info put right underneath here, Eddie at Meadowvale. And they have anywhere from 10% up to 18% dairy mix. So he's a great guy to reach out to. And they also just made a clean label dairy mix. No artificial ingredients, no preservatives, no anything. So a lot like their dairy-free mix, which is all natural. Now they just developed a clean label, which is becoming the new norm now. Everybody's looking for that clean, healthier, all-natural type of ingredients for their ice cream.
And if you watch our videos, 492 of them at emerythompson.com YouTube videos, I think we'll be to 500 by the middle of this week.
You think?
Yeah, we're going to add 6 more plus these every week. We will hit 500. I often talk about using a 10% here in Florida. That doesn't mean that 10% is the greatest thing in the world. It's because of the heat and the humidity here in Florida that we don't want a higher fat content. But this new product that Eddie has is going to be spectacular. It's a high-fat product. It lends itself to the vast majority of the country. Really something to look into. My next question is, I got yelled at this week. And as at first I...
Not by his wife.
No, or by Christy. That usually happens. At first I thought, well, that's not fair. But then I thought about it, and when I tell you what I got yelled about, it does make sense, and you'll see it in the videos. The customer, Frank, was accusing me of bad-mouthing Gelato all the time. And, you know, I look at it and I look at what I've said and I go, yeah, I think that might be a fair and valid argument against me. And what I think it means also is that I haven't made my point very clear. My point was there is nothing wrong with gelato. It's wonderful. Tiramisu, fruit of Tabasco, pistachio, these are all wonderful adult flavors. And they're fantastic in Italy and throughout Europe, South America. They all love gelato flavors, sophisticated flavors. But here in the United States, Australia, New Zealand, now over in the Arab countries and throughout Africa, you have more and more, actually the majority of the world, going for American-style ice cream. The higher fat content to make it richer and creamier, the gooey, exciting flavors. You're not going to find Moose Tracks gelato anywhere.
No.
But we have that. We have salted caramel, of course, mint chip. Our flavors are Americanized flavors, and that's pretty much where ice cream really got its going. Are a better quality product for what we're trying to sell to the American public. Doesn't mean that gelato is wrong. It just means that it does not sell well here in the United States. I have a responsibility to over 38,700 customers around the world to not only sell them a machine that's going to do a great job for them, but I've got to convince them to sell a product that will sell. Just because you like something doesn't mean the public's going to like it. You have to sell what the public wants. And for the most part, that's American-style ice cream. So I apologize to Frank if he thought I was bad-mouthing gelato. I'm just more promoting what sells here in the United States and in the vast majority of the world. And that's American-style hard ice cream.
Okay. My next question is, what do we teach at our seminars? I get asked that a lot. So in our seminars, if you've ever seen our YouTube videos, which I'm sure you have, Lord bless you for that, dealing with us, right?
Yeah.
So we go over just what you see, except those videos are edited down to 3.5 hours versus 7, because nobody's going to sit and watch a 7-hour YouTube video. But we go over, showing the machines. We'll make ices, ice cream, cream ice, gelato, whichever's on the menu for that we decide to make. And then we teach you, the little ins and outs of the industry, the do's and don'ts of the industry, what our machines can do, not what they can't do, because there's really nothing that they can't do. So it's what our machines can do. And then, of course, any question that you may have. Some of the videos, of course, it's repetitive because you have a different audience every time. However, that's a new question to them, but a same repetitive question to you. So that's this new Q&A that you can always give us a call about. So we have another one coming up in August. So if you'd like to attend that one, just feel free to reach out to me and we'll get you signed up.
And then the next one, or last one for the year, is October.
October, that's correct.
Very good. I received an email from Andrea. Andrea says, I attended your class last April, and I have the following question. Do you have any tips for storing and serving ice cream at farmers markets with no refrigerator? Do you have any suggestions about which type of ice chest to get, the ice cream dry ice ratio, and things I could prevent the ice cream from being excessively hard? That is the problem with using dry ice. Is it's somewhere around 140 below zero, might be colder, and it does tend to make your ice cream rock hard if you're not careful. So there are some good ways to handle it. Hi, Sammy. Nice of you to join us. There are some good ways to handle it. Probably the best thing to do is invest in a high-quality cooler. Ken, if you could put up the Igloo logo so that people know what I'm talking about. These are not inexpensive coolers. They're in the $300, $400 range, so it's quite an investment. But an Igloo cooler, did I say Igloo?
Yes.
Sorry, I meant to say Yeti. We're going to get to the Igloo cooler. If you'll put up, Ken, the sign that says Yeti, like the white monster,
snowman.
The abominable snowman, yes, the Yeti. The Yeti is an expensive cooler. The Igloo is very well priced. But the Yeti will keep things cold for days on end. So you're going to use very little dry ice or other products I'm going to show you. And your ice cream will hold up very nicely. Now, I also came up with an idea of if you had the Yeti cooler and everything is rock solid, that becomes your inventory for the day. You may not draw on it till 2 in the afternoon and you got there at 9 in the morning, but it's nice and rock hard. And then you can put it into an Igloo cooler, something like this one, for your serving. It doesn't hold as cold as others, but they're excellent, and they come in different sizes. And this is what you can serve your product from. And the best way to do this, instead of even dry ice, let me put this down, is something I found through one of my customers. The name on this is the Tundra series. This is called Arctic Ice, A-R-T-I-C, I-C-E. You can get these at Amazon. As you can see, they come in different sizes, and they have different cold capacities. If you throw this in a 15 below chest freezer, it'll go down to 15 below, but it's got an antifreeze in it, and it's going to stay rock hard for hours. So a couple of these into your Igloo cooler is going to do very well for serving the product. Now, that's a great way to serve it throughout the day is with this. With the Yeti cooler, you can put a couple of these in. They're already 10 below, and they're going to stay at 10 below. So throughout the day, as you use up the ice cream in the igloo, you take it from the Yeti and put it into the igloo. One last thing, these are great for Italian ices because you can put a whole tub in here. It's igloo. It's even better insulated than these. Very inexpensive. I got this one at Lowe's, and they do a great job. I think we're out of time.
Well, we're going over because I didn't go run around that factory floor for nothing.
Oh, okay. All right, so we're going to go more than 10 minutes today.
I'll be quick. I'm usually pretty
I hope you
quick.
make it worthwhile.
Well, I'm going to try.
Okay.
So this is a 40-quart center shaft. This is the old style. So the thing about this is a 24-quart. And the 24-quart looks, or the 40-quart looks just like the 24, except it's larger, about that size.
And that's killing your hand to hold that up.
It
like
is,
that.
But Mike wants me to stay still so he can zoom in on it.
It's very heavy.
Yeah, so this is the old style center shaft. This is back in, what year do you think?
Oh, the 70s and 80s.
Okay, so we still have plenty of these machines out in production. So fun fact, this is not the right O-ring for it, but the old style has one O-ring here, and then one V50 seal that we call, and it butts up to the back inside of this. I can't tell you, believe it or not, how many customers will say, I don't have that. I say, yes, you do. No, I've never seen it on there. I swear I'm not lying to you. It's there. So with the same maintenance on the 24-quart is you need to replace the V50 seal as well as your center shaft O-ring religiously every year, if not sooner if you're in heavy production. So always keep in mind of that extra little seal that's backed up to the front side of that. I think I made that pretty fast. We went over, but you know.
You did very well. I'm sorry we went over, but actually we do it because we enjoy hearing ourselves talk and we think we're fascinating. So I hope you'll find us fascinating and come back next week. Have a good week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.